What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here joined with...
Gersh1.
Not really joined with, but I'm joined...
By?
Next
to?
Alongside?
In conjunction?
For the greater...
This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we answer those questions first.
And this one's by Dragon Punch 903. Haven't heard from this mofo in a while. Who do you think would win between the Marvel Universe Cinematic versus 40K?
The thing about the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that every single character is a named character. So when you put up named characters against like 40K, 40K is like they have the Death Corps of Krieg, which is full of thousands and thousands of non-named characters. So what would more than likely happen is like Captain Marvel would just destroy like trillions of Death Corps of Krieg, bad guys.
Yeah, bad guys.
Yeah, but then when it actually comes down to like named characters against named characters, I think 40K got it. I mean, Drago going up against like Captain America.
Drago, hands down.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even any power weapon can cut through his shield.
Yep. Psychic powers, like it would be Doctor Strange, which is more of like science-based things going up against like things that are just mind-melting. So yeah, I would give it to 40K. Yes, there is a strong bias because we play 40K, but we also love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so
yeah,
keep that in mind.
When you think of like huge threats, they don't seem that like 40K's done it. Like, oh, you got a Chitauri army? Huh, we've got orcs and Tyranids.
Yeah.
So it's like, hands down, I feel like they'll be able to take them on.
Yep. Next question.
This one is by Cyberpunk Alchemy. How did you guys come up with the name Kwan Mine Syndicate?
So originally, many years back, I came up with the idea of let's create, each one of us, there's a group of 3 of us, we should all create our own individual YouTube channels, and then we should have one like YouTube channel where it's all of us creating content based on like the nerdy and geeky things that we like to do on our free time, so like Pokemon, HeroClix, and like Yu-Gi-Oh, Warhammer.
Magic.
Yep. So the idea was like one mind syndicate. So we are all of one mind, and we are a syndicate because there's 3 of us. It was just goofiness that I came up with, and you guys went with it. Our individual channels never really took off, and we just kept going with the 40K One Mind Syndicate stuff. But then again, One Mind Syndicate had like a long history. So there was an initial history where we did very little 40K, and then we did no 40K, and then we did all 40K.
Yeah. Like if you go way back, we've got Pokemon videos, Pokemon TCG videos.
Which still do really good.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny. Like one of our top performing videos is definitely a Pokemon battle that we had.
Mm-hmm.
Why that is and how that happened, don't know. Pokemon the trading card game must be popular, like, all over. So, yeah. Next question.
This one is by Genio Matherly. If all Eldar are psychers, why doesn't the Imperium capture them and feed them to the Emperor? Because they're filthy Xenos. That's pretty much the big reason why. Anything that's not human, even if it's abhuman, the Imperium shuns away. Like, they're a little tolerant of abhumans, but there's still, like, total xenophobia there, a.k.a. racism. So that's probably why you don't see them using psychic races as fuel for the Emperor and the Golden Throne.
Yes. Next question comes from T3 Mand 3 Elabird. If you could reach into 40K and snatch it for yourself, what item/weapon would you get? What item would you grab for each other? So first, what item would you grab, and then what item would you grab for me?
That's interesting. What are those things called?
Cyberdongs?
The Plumbus. Oh no, that's Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
I'd probably go with those the gauntlets that like the Imperial Guard wear. Because why get a power fist? Because that's gonna be way too heavy. Just go with one of those.
Like a smaller gauntlet that's made for a human.
And you could like falcon punch things.
Yeah. I would probably reach in there and grab a familiar. Have my own little pet. Like have it be like a little what are they called? The cherubs thingies.
You just have them flying around.
Yeah, it's like, oh, who's that? Oh, that's Gersh 1. What the fuck is that? That's his flying baby.
Gersh 2.
Yeah, Gersh 2. I would go in there though and grab a mechadendrite tentacle arm thing for you.
That'd be pretty cool.
You'd be like Dr. Octopus, like
with just one little mechadendrite.
No, the cool thing about those is that some of them split.
Split, yeah. Split. For you, I'd reach in there and hopefully I'm able to take off the ring that the Jakero weaponsmiths take.
That'd be awesome. Digital weapons.
Mm-hmm. And then you could use it as like a nose ring.
Yeah. Put it right here.
Yeah. Or a Prince Albert, if you please.
I don't know what that means.
Think south.
Okay. Next question comes from Cyberpunk Alchemy. If one of the Primarchs has autism, which one is most likely to have it?
Based on the internet and the memes, probably Perturabo.
Yeah. Which makes sense. His lore is very tragic. Very sad. Next question.
Faking It 66. Do the Iron Hands, and by extension, the Iron Warriors of Chaos, believe in or worship the Machine God? We touched on this a few days ago, or yesterday, or a few days ago, in one of the previous Greater Laws. But in conclusion, yes.
Next question comes from
T3 Manned 3 Alibert. What's your favorite 40K book? Currently minus Xenos by Dan Abnett.
Yes, that's a very good one. I agree. That is my favorite because it's the only one that I've read, and I didn't even read it. I just listened to the audiobook. Yeah. What about you?
I'd have to say the 5th edition Tau Codex because that's when I used to win games.
Next question comes from Oni. What is your opinion on mixing Age of Sigmar miniatures with 40K stuff? And then playing 40K with those minis. It's blasphemous. You shouldn't do it. I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing Chaos, they're like the same thing anyway. You could flip-flop with.
Yep.
And originally, that's what I was going to do with my 11th Legion. I was going to use the Age of Sigmar Marine things.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah.
And this is assuming that you're doing a little bit of kit bashing and assuming that it's kind of like if you're playing Eldar, you can use the elf.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have orcs from like, if you have Skaven from Age of Sigmar and you want to say, I want to use them as Space Marines, that's a stretch. You better like okay that with the people that you're playing against because there is like a little bit of like annoyance from that. So don't be that person.
And if you're planning on going to tournaments, you can't do that at all.
Yeah.
It's got to be what you see is what you get.
Yeah. Next question.
The Kangaroo Boxer. What's the best bottom shelf booze? Like moonshine?
Well, like anything that's like I guess under $20. What is it? Canada something? Canadian something? It's the whiskey. It's like the popular whiskey brand. I forget what it's called. But yeah, that one. Next question.
This one is by, once again, T3 Manned 3 Alibert. What would have the orcs and the Tau done? Or what would the Tau and the orcs have done if they ran into a black fortress?
The orcs would have just gone in there and loot it and just try to like break things to make it more explodey and faster. The Tau.
Oh, easily. There's tons of coughs that they could use. They'll just look at the technology and kind of adapt that technology into their own. Hopefully they see some close combat tech that they could use.
Yeah. Next question comes from T3 Manned 3 Yellowbird. How do orcs get their clothes? Do they cut and stitch, staple it together? or do they have Gretchens do it? Yes.
I mean, I
Dying.
don't see them making, like, sewing their own clothes.
No, so the Gretchen do it. That's in the lore. It specifically states that that's what Gretchens are for.
Making clothes.
Well, they do they prepare
Why are
food.
orcs even wearing clothes to begin with?
That's
like,
true. That's true. That's true.
That's 6+ save.
Yeah, but their clothes, it is like leather armor that they get from like squigs and stuff like that. So there's a specific type of squig that they use for leather.
Leather squigs.
And then there's a jean squig where they get like jeans, because some orcs wear jeans.
Like, why do they have denim in 40K?
I don't know.
Like, it's just an orc with a jean jacket.
Well, that's what the biker boys are wearing. You've never noticed that?
No.
Those are jean jackets or like leather jackets, yeah.
What the heck?
They're very stylish. Orcs think about fashion a little bit more than you think about regular stuff. But yeah. Next question. I have one from Prostugenic. Does any of the chapters have Titan Legions at their disposal? No chapter's gonna have Titan Legion at their disposal in the sense of like they control that. They might have friends within the Adeptus Mechanicus that they can call up and say, hey, come help us. And then that Titan Legion might be like yeah, okay, we'll help you guys. But no, it's against the law to have a Space Marine chapter and a Titan Legion commanded by a single thing, unless it's like a big campaign. Yeah.
Michael Staton. What exactly is the Black Library, and why does Ahriman want to get in it? I've seen many memes about this.
So the Black Library is this part within the Warp or the Webway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's full of like all the vast knowledge of the golden age of the Eldar. Has Old One technology, and Ahriman wants to get in there because
knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge, psychic knowledge.
Yeah. There's books on prophecies, books on curses, anything
time
you could
travel.
think of, time travel. It's all in there. So anybody who has access to that is just going to be super, super powered up.
Yeah. Well, the Harlequins, they defend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, why just defend it? Like, just use a spell that automatically, like, but, no.
Yeah. That's weird.
You got ghouls.
You got ghouls in here. T3 manned 3 yellow bird. How does a boy turn into a noob? Or a knob? How does a boy turn into a knob? Does he have to win a certain amount of fights? Or does he have to reach a certain size and then he's considered a knob? Yes, exactly. He has to win a certain... He just has to be the toughest within his unit. And then he just becomes a boss knob. Or no, becomes a knob, and then a boss knob, and then a warlord. And then, of course, he's getting, like, beat up the whole way through. But yeah.
Once again by Michael Staton. If Space Wolves hate Psychers so much, why do they have rune priests?
Fluff.
Yeah, pretty much. So they can be competitive. Basically, rune priests, they don't see as Psychers. They see them as, like, shamans who use runic powers to cause the elements to basically listen to them or to act in their favor or to summon spirits and stuff like that. So they think they're not using warp. They think it's more like...
Fenrisian, like, stuff. There's, like, something back there. It's fucking scary. Yeah. But, and then the crazy thing about that is that it might be empowered by Slanesh, I think. Slanesh is is it Slanesh that lives underneath Fenris? Like, there's, like, catacombs and tombs and dungeons underneath Fenris. And there is either a Slanesh cult or a Tzeentch cult. I can't remember which one. But those shaman might be empowered by those warp powers. Space Wolves have no idea about that. But yeah.
That's crazy. I never heard about that.
Yep. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below. Don't forget we have a Patreon channel. A simple $1 a month helps us get rid of whatever's back there. But yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page every now and then. We post on there. You can see our works in progress if we have models. You can see new pictures that GW has released for models to come, and memes.
Memes.
Sound Alchemist.
Gershwan.
And we are out.
Oh, if you took up my freedom.